Teen is in his true form. Someone's death in Coven, and Agatha knows the mother of the teen. The 5th episode is now out, and its trial was a bit different from previous episodes. After Rio's statement in the last episode that the boy isn't yours, in this episode, Agatha tells Teen that she is completely taken after her mother. Agatha's look also changed at the end of the episode, plus Teen was in a completely new avatar. The episode was titled Darkest Hour, Wake Thy Power, and Agatha did awaken her powers. So, let's take a look at this episode from the beginning. The reveal of the episode's title was a bit different. While the titles of previous episodes appeared directly, this episode's title was revealed with Federal. The vibe of this episode was also different. Here, the frame size didn't change at the start of the trial, unlike previous episodes. Salem 7 appears in the Witch's Road. Now, it's accepted that Caven left the gate open, but those chasing Caven shouldn't complete 2 trials to reach Agatha. Over all this, Lilia faces a problem and shares a bit about her powers, which aren't about communicating with spirits, but about foreseeing the future. That's why she mutters to herself, as she gets glimpses of the future. In the video, I will discuss Lilia's powers further, but my theory is that she does everything to avoid death. This week, the series creator Jack Schaefer also gave an interview where she talked about the character Lilia Calder and how her character arc will unfold slowly compared to others. Another point that came up in the interview was when she was asked about Mephisto being mentioned in the 3rd episode. She explained that the idea to mention Mephisto came from Kevin and the series' executive producers, as it was essential given the discussions around Mephisto during WandaVision, along with the comic roots that compel them to mention him. However, for the showrunner, it's more important to focus on the current story. Back to the episode, when Salem's name comes up, we learn about her origin in the comics, where Salem 7 are the children of Nicholas Scratch. Here, in the series, Salem 7 are the children of the sister witches whose powers Agatha took when they came to kill her along with her mother. Caven's other witches justify Salem's actions, while Rio defends Agatha, saying she did the right thing because her mother was going to kill her. This was the crux of the episode, Agatha's mother telling everyone to punish Agatha during the trial, but Rio insists she won't leave her with her mother. Now, somewhere Rio is also correct. Agatha's mother wanted to kill her because, according to them, Agatha is a born devil. This reasoning doesn't really make sense, nor is it a solid reason to kill someone. Here, the potion which Jennifer accepts Agatha's mother's words, while the protection which steps in to save Agatha, leading to her own demise. Agatha later says she didn't want to kill Alice, but it's clear that even after escaping her mother, she was still draining Alice's powers. We'll talk more about this later. Returning to Salem 7 pursuing Agatha, Teen suggests using Hexen Beson, which is the broom of the witches, something Caven hates, saying it symbolizes female domesticity. This is true. Historical books mention witches in various ways, indicating they could fly regardless of whether they had something. The broom is associated with them because witches are women. You can even see in the episode that Caven is flying not on a broom, but on an overgrown part of a tree. This flying scene reminded me of Harry Potter, and it was funny how everyone was scared and falling while Rio was laughing. She continues to laugh when Easy Board mentions death. Now, coming to Easy Board, which I initially thought was pronounced Uja. This trial was for Agatha, where they had to communicate with spirits through Easy Board. Let's focus on the rules of this board one by one. The first rule is not to operate the board alone. At the end of the trial, Teen literally operates the board alone, and the board responds with Nicholas Scratch, while Agatha hears the scratching sound, and the trial ends. The second rule is not to interrupt each other, which offends Caven a lot. The third rule is not to provoke spirits, and the fourth rule is not to ask about death, although during the trial, the board writes that they are indeed talking to death, which makes Rio laugh. This was a bit funny, but it still broke the rule. The fifth rule states that sessions must always end with goodbye. Now, the question is whether the trial was just about communicating with spirits through Easy Board. One funny moment was when Agatha tried to control the trial, mistakenly summoning Sharon by calling her the wrong name. This was very amusing, and Catherine Hahn did a fantastic job as Deborah Jo. I hope Mrs. Sharon, comes back. However, it said about Easy Board that obviously, This board doesn't do anything. Those using it control it, as Agatha was doing. After this, Rio controlled the board, writing death. You can see when the board suggested punishing Agatha, Rio was laughing at Agatha. But when all the witches decided to punish Agatha, Teen's expression changed, and Agatha vanished from there. In this episode, Teen's powers were revealed. Teen most likely had powers from the beginning, controlling Lilia and Jennifer, who then throw Agatha into the swamp. Teen's powers shown here are the same as the powers of Wiccan, Scarlet Witch's son, in the comics. Over all this, when Agatha tells him he is taken after his mother, it raises a surprising question. What did Teen do to resemble his mother? Plus, why did Nicholas Scratch appear on the board when everyone saw the spirit of Agatha's mother? Were Caven and the board communicating with Nicholas? However, what was more dangerous was Teen's look, which was revealed similarly to how Scarlet Witch's look was revealed at the end of WandaVision. Even when Agatha says that Teen is taken after her mother, the background theme playing is A Cup of Tea, which is Scarlet Witch's theme. Plus, the episode ends with Billie Eilish's You Should See Me in a Crown, and the singer's name being Billie confirms that this is indeed Billy Kaplan. But whatever it is, Teen's crown, her powers, and this song are a badass reveal. On top of all this, when Alice Wu was killed and Teen threw the other witches into the swamp, we didn't see Rio. Her stopping by Alice's body indicates she really came to collect bodies. Rio has a huge role here, and there are many hints at her being Lady Death. Plus, did Alice Wu really die? I rewatched both trailers of the series, and I don't see Alice in the upcoming scenes, so perhaps she really did die, but somewhere her arc is also complete. It's sad that when the curse was lifted from her, she died. Lilia even says to Agatha, before saving her, Knight of Wands. This tarot card represents the hero who goes out to save people without understanding the danger, which is what Alice did. If you're not noticing, I should also tell you that Lilia has been mentioned with tarot cards from the start. When Teen shows her the eviction notice in the second episode, she mentions the Three of Pentacles. When she meets Jennifer, she says High Priest, and when she sees Agatha concerned about Teen, she says Three of Swords. They don't have very deep meanings, but they help Lilia make decisions. I was also thinking that we would see Agatha as Trial Witch at the end of the Witch's Road, but we see her here, and somewhere Agatha's intentions remain a mystery. There's depth in the story with death happening, but what do you think about this episode? Please let us know in the comments. And if you liked the video, don't forget to like and share it. Also subscribe to the channel for more videos and breakdown. For previous episode breakdown, watch the video above. I'll be back with new videos soon.